This hair oil is 100% organic and it has been tested by many people. If you want to buy this product, just contact this number over here or our Instagram page here at healthy_flourish.
Welcome back, Phancy's talk show community. And now we are on our second segment where we'll be talking about, or rather looking for the signs. How can we know somebody is affected, or how can we even know ourselves are affected? We are not emotionally in tune with what we are going through.
Wow, that's an important question. One of the signs is that number one, your self-worth is zero, not there or very low. Like you don't value yourself, you don't feel any good about yourself, and that leads somebody to, you second guess yourself over everything, you know. Like probably somebody is say like a designer, I design things, but every time you give me work I feel like it's not good enough, it's not good enough.
It's not enough.
Yeah, it's not good enough. Anytime you keep feeling it's not good enough and you've done your best, those are signs that you're not emotionally in tune with maybe a change that happened, and so you second guess yourself over everything. That will also mean that you can never take a compliment. There are people who cannot take a compliment. Oh, you look good, you dress well. They start giving stories. You cannot take a compliment.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Are you sure?
If you cannot take a compliment,
Yeah.
because you don't see like anything good can come from you. And then also you feel easily irritable. By the time you are always giving, always giving, always giving. I read a story once of a woman who, the family is taken out for ice cream. I think it was going around WhatsApp. And she kept saying, oh, no, it's okay, I don't want it. So that, like now me and my 7 children, just picture, it's a for example, but this example cannot apply in my case. Hey, so we've taken the children out. This one says they want this flavor, oh, do what, Burberry, this was do chocolate, or that. And me say, no, it's okay, it's fine, let them have. By the time you're giving, it's always other people over yourself, but then you can only take that for so long. It will get to a point where you feel you guys are not taking care of me, you're not considerate of me, you're not concerned about me. Meanwhile, it's the pace you have set. So that is also a sign. The fact that you're always other people, for other people, things are going. When people need help, you're always there. But you do not take time to take care of yourself. Yeah, so you'll end up being there for people, wanting to serve people, wanting to be there to help, answer calls, go, like you mentioned something
Going
very
overboard
important.
for people.
You mentioned something important, setting boundaries. If you do not set boundaries,
Yeah.
that's already a sign you'll be abused. Yeah, people will abuse your time, abuse your resources, abuse your space, and there's nothing you can do about it at that time because it's like you have set a precedent. You allowed it.
Yeah.
So you have learned to set boundaries. So if you don't have boundaries, that is a sign, because we'll be all over your space. You will feel choked and intoxicated. So you need to be able to let people know what you can take, what you cannot take. You need to be able to set boundaries. You need to be able to know when it's enough. Oh my goodness, and learn to say no with no apologies.
It's a complete sentence.
Oh yes. Sometimes you say no and you're not apologetic about it. Because if again you keep allowing things into your space, you allow even people to just come and waste your time, it's a sign there's something you're lacking. Yeah. So you keep feeling you're not good enough. It will affect even, by the way, to be very serious, even physically. When you feel you're not good enough, you feel even your confidence goes down, self-esteem is zero. Those are signs that your emotional wellness is lacking. Somebody who was this outgoing person, we knew you, all of a sudden,
You're quiet.
you're quiet. You can no longer hear your voice.
Yeah.
We don't see you.
Yeah.
We're always looking for you. Your emotional wellness is lacking. Yeah. And also stress. Now, in matters of health, you'll start, people are getting stress, you know, maybe pressure issues from nowhere. Sometimes people now, even you don't eat well anymore, your appetite is low, so even your health is affected. Before you know it, you have lost weight, you're wondering, are you sick? Yeah, because it trickles down from physical, your connections with people, psychological, how is your mental state, then it will also affect your health, in the long run. So you should be able to, once you see you're second guessing yourself, you don't see value in you, you don't take compliments, you don't have boundaries. So people come and go anytime the way they want. Those are already signs you're on the red. You need to check your emotional wellness and put things in check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that we have discussed signs, maybe we can also look at how can one improve after you realize my emotional well-being has been compromised at some point, and I need to bounce back, because we are talking about being optimism,
yes.
So, and somebody's there wondering, how can I bounce back?
How can you bounce back? By the time I'm losing myself and the emotional wellness state is down there, probably there's something you used to do that you stopped doing.
Yeah.
So get the things you love doing. Go back to your hobbies. Sometimes even just take a walk, nature, go to Karura, whatever arboretum, take a nature walk. Just hear the birds, enjoy nature, breathe in some fresh air, enjoy some good music, dance, treat yourself. Oh my goodness, take a break. Do you know, Phancy, these things we do, we will never finish, so long as we're under the sun.
Yeah.
Even if it's chores at home. You don't have to clean the curtains, the ceiling, the floor, outside, everything in one day. But then tomorrow is still another day. So manage what you can do for now. And then tomorrow is another day. You can't do everything. Learn to say no. Learn to let people know how to treat you. Sometimes people will step on your toes all over because they don't know. They think you are okay. You don't mind. So you should be able to express yourself.
Yeah.
Learn to express yourself. Let people know what you like, what you don't like, what you're comfortable doing, what you're not comfortable doing. Because at the end of the day, emotional wellness is about you. And one of the reasons why people do not even practice self-love or feel like, they feel like it's selfish. It's, by the way, even as a mom, you said you're a mom of how many? 3?
3.
Me, I'm a mom of 7. Phancy. And sometimes
you doubled me just like
I shut the bedroom door and say, Mom is taking a nap. By the way, it's okay.
Yeah.
You're not a bad mom, you're not lazy. Take a nap. Because if you don't take care of yourself, how will you take care of these children?
You can't.
You can't, yeah. So take care of yourself. Take a nap. Go back to your hobbies, the things you love doing. Get someone to talk to. Always find a community. Because in the various seasons of life we are in, the journey will be made easier and simpler when we have a community. It could be a church community, it could be a group of friends, it could be maybe, there's something I do. I was a single mom for, I call them silver moms. I love calling them silver moms.
Silver moms.
Silver
I know
moms.
that.
I was a silver mom for 13 years.
Yeah.
And so because I know the challenges and the pain and the stigma of the season, I always tell silver moms, pat yourself on the back. Celebrate your small wins.
Sure.
If you don't celebrate your small wins, you feel like, probably like people who are want to lose weight. You can't lose 30 kgs in a day. You start slowly. If it is exercise, dieting. So by the time you go and you see you have lost 0.5, oh my goodness, celebrate yourself. So another thing also to keep your emotional well-being to keep going is celebrate small wins. Like
be extra. Me, I'm very extra.
You are extra. Oh yeah, learn to celebrate small wins and cheer yourself. There's a woman of God who I love called Reverend Funke. Reverend Funke says that if you do not tell yourself thou art, if you do not affirm yourself, you may wait for so long for people to start saying and cheering you on. So be your number one cheerleader.
Sure.
Because everyone has things going. So if you keep, cheer yourself up, feel good about yourself. Like I was saying, take some time out, treat yourself, If you can be able, take a break, take a vacation, staycation, If you're extra, like you, board a flight and go and say, this year I want white Christmas.
Here I come.
Oh yes, I want the snow. So take some time out.
Yeah.
The things you had stopped doing that you enjoy doing, get back. Have a community around you. It is important to feel I have a safe space where I can be me. Yeah. Because I can be authentic.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm a student of authenticity. I believe in authenticity. That is how my healing came.
Yeah.
And also, be in touch. By being in touch with you, you are bringing out the real you. So as you bring out the real you, now we know how to treat you.
Yeah.
We know what you like. We know the things you entertain. So it is good to know where you missed it, go back. Then know when to say it's enough. By the way, I am done. You know, take a breather. Know when to put a stop and say, you know what, these things I will do tomorrow. You cannot finish everything in a day.
Yeah.
Because the reason why people will allow toxicity and you know, even to be treated badly, because you don't know, you feel it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's
Whatever they do, you're a yes person.
Yeah, oh my, everything is yes. Sawa, it's okay, it's fine, and you're hurting inside.
Sure.
So know when to say no, know when to, the way you said, put boundaries, and let people know what you can take, what you cannot take. And then once you're self-aware of, this is who I am, this is what makes me happy. Oh my goodness, do it. For you, is it ice cream? Go and have ice cream. Yeah, do you enjoy swimming? Go for swimming. Yeah, just learn to, we talked about self-acceptance, we talked about optimism, everything that will bring your optimistic self back. Please, by all means, do it, because it helps you to come back. It helps you to recover what you lost. Because if I remained at that point of the girl that was wounded, if I remained at that point when I was emotionally abused and I felt like no, life has had it,
Your self-worth is no longer
I
there.
would not be here today.
Yeah, sure.
Because you see, there's something my pastor says, Reverend Julian says that no one has the monopoly of pain. It seems harsh, but it's true. You know what? We understand. You went through, and by the way, we will sit and listen and cry with you. But after we have cried, there's a season to rise up.
Yeah.
Wipe the tears. Hey, put on makeup and go. Because right now I said I'm married. If I remained at that point,
You wouldn't be there.
wounded, hurt, with no smile, even that man would have been intimidated.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I found
He
like a
would not
girl
even
who
have noticed you.
he wouldn't have.
No one wants baggages.
Oh yes, you don't want baggage. Because by the time you're coming, you also have your own. So the solution is finding yourself. And then embracing, talked about self-acceptance. Once you accept, I need help, there's a problem, and you have picked yourself up, no, you are ready to move ahead. But if you remain at that place, even opportunities that would come to you will not come. Yeah. So once you have realized, Appa, things are not going well, I have missed it, now go back to what was I doing, what used to make me happy, because by the time you are wasted and you don't have taste of life, you find someone even just physical upkeep. You know, you feel, and you know I have been there.
I know.
When I was in the counterfeit marriage, even with, I had put on weight, I looked 57, and that time I was in my early 30s.
You look younger.
Hey,
Hey.
I remember the time my mom visited me and she asked me for a mirror. I told her I don't have a mirror in this house. It was that bad. So she's wondering, because I thought, and number one, when I wake up, I put my Vaseline, I am out. Because I had lacked taste. And you know, you don't know when it's coming. It comes slowly. Before you know it.
Until you are that thing.
Oh, yes. You are just something that you can't even explain. So, and if you do not catch yourself to be able to come back, no, that is when, unfortunately, people now get into serious mental health. You are into depression. And we are wondering, but we were with you the other day. And you were laughing when we were in that party. Kumbe, it's just plastic. It's just here. Because you have not allowed yourself to receive help and admit there's a problem and trust somebody. Because by the time you're even going to a psychologist, you need to trust them. Yes. By the time you are saying you're calling an emotional wellness coach, you need to trust them. Sure. That they'll be able to guide you from here. So you need to find where you dropped the ball and retrace your steps to where you are to where you should be so that you can be better.
And envision what you want to be.
What you want to be, yeah. So because once you pick yourself up, know you can improve, you can go ahead and be better. But if you don't realize, you'll just be going down, down, down. By the time you know it, it will be too late.
Wow. You know, when I'm just listening to you, I will pick what you're saying about putting yourself out there. And it reminded me of how me and you met.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I remember it was just after I left my marriage, and you know, I just wanted a community I would relate with. You know, I wanted to be in a group of you know, after I worked on myself, and I was like, I know I'm not the only one who've gone through this. You know, I'm not the first lady. I mean, to get out of her marriage with children and all that. So I wanted a community I would relate with. And that's how I ended up being in a group. Where did I see this group? I can't remember. I think it's my colleague, Joan or Zippy, one of them, mentioned about this group. And I felt I need to be in this group. Then I came there and I saw ladies, you know, out here sharing their experiences. And I'm like, wow, I thought I had a bad one. Kumbe others have,
Oh, yeah.
you know, awful stories.
Yeah.
And through that, you start healing, you start accepting, you start getting your groove back. And you're like, I always say I'm an enough parent. I don't even call myself those single CG words. You know, I'm so enough for my children. You know, whether my other significant is there, chooses to be there or not, I know I'm enough. And I know, you know, sometimes when you even read the Bible, you see, even in the Bible times, things were there. You know, things were there. So if you're not positive and you are in a voice shave, you will never move.
You'll never move.
I would like you to talk to, you know, that viewer of ours thinking, now self-love, sometimes we equate it, and self-care, we equate it to, we monetize it, like I must have money to do 1, 2, 3. But I believe there are things you can do that really don't need money. So I would like you to talk to them about this. And also maybe you can talk about delegation, something as women and especially the stay-home moms, you know, sometimes you find yourself doing everything without resting, that you even miss the point of taking care of yourself. Yes.
Okay. Self-love and self-care, by the way, it's not about money per se, because number one, you have to understand that you need it. And you have to understand that you are important, you are valuable. Once you know I am valuable, I am important. So you will see you deserve. And we said it can be as simple as taking a nap. It can be as simple as learning to say no. It's not everywhere. Sometimes we also stretch ourselves too thin because we are all over. You know, especially as, you know, ladies, you feel, oh, there's this baby shower this weekend, somebody has a wedding or better shower.
You want to be everywhere.
Oh my goodness, sometimes just I'm not available. And it is true, you're not available. And maybe you are just in your home with your children, or you're taking a nap, or you're, you know, running your business or your affairs. But by the time you stretch yourself too thin, again, now you will lose it. That's how burnout comes. So sometimes it's as simple as saying no. I am not available. I'm sorry, I'm not available for this event. Sometimes just letting people know what you allow, what you do not allow. And also, you talked something about delegation. This is what I was saying. Sometimes when you feel like, especially when people feel, there's a way I love things done, and I'm the only person who can do it that way. Delegation also comes back to trust, which you said is a factor of emotional wellness. I have to trust that once I have trained my house help, I've told my house manager, this is, okay, of course, when they come, there's orientation. This is what we do. This is how I love my rice made. This is how, I'll train you. And then step back and allow you to, yes, because that's also how they gain confidence and do it. And interesting enough, it's the same thing with prayer. You know, we do not pray and then help God. I can't go to God and say, yes, oh, I want this, I'm trusting God for this, and then I'm still in the mix. No, we pray and wait.
We step back.
Even prayer it should not be a monologue. You know, just see atupashi God. You know, like you're just telling him things. You talk and then he talks. You talk and then he talks. So delegation,
it's a conversation.
yes, delegation has to be from a point of trust. Like, I trust this person can be able to take care of my children the way I have trained her, will be able to take care of my house the way I have trained her. Otherwise, you will not move, you will not grow, even as an individual, you will not grow, and then you will limit yourself even to God. You may be waiting on God and he's waiting on you, because I could be trusting God for probably an opportunity and then it comes. But then I feel, oh, my my clan of 7 is waiting for me. So what does that mean? I am shortchanging myself after I said I'm waiting on God. So delegation comes from a point of trust. You have to be able to trust the way I have trained this person, by the way I trust them. Yeah, because that is the only way you will grow. That is the only way you will be able to even take care of yourself. Like, you will not take time out when you have not delegated. Because you'll be there on your phone. Junior Mekula, has this happened? Has this? Please, imagine it is okay.
Give people space.
Oh yes, and it is fine. The children are okay. In the first place, they belong to God.
You're just a custodian.
You're just a custodian.
The minute you come to,
yeah,
the minute you accept, you're just a custodian.
Yeah.
And there's nothing much you can do.
You can only do so much.
Then you'll get a peaceful life, even in parenting these children.
Yes. You just need to do your best. Give it your all.
Yeah.
Be there for them. If it's in your marriage, be there for your spouse. Do what you can. Otherwise, you will be running on empty. Because you're always giving, you're always there, always. You will not know when to now self-check. Until here, that is enough for today. Yeah, and believe that nothing will go wrong. That is why trust is key. Yeah, trust is key.
You've reminded me, and I was telling my girlfriends, ever since I became a mom, last holiday, the December holiday, was the most relaxing holiday I've ever had. Because even when you take a vacation, you know my kids, they are do fa.
Yeah.
So even when I take a vacation, we'll go for the vacation, but it's the kids who go for that vacation, not me.
You're still mothering them.
You know, because I'm there running up and down. They don't go to the, big pools. I don't know, they are feeding. I have to be there. They don't choke. And I realized I've not been doing justice to myself. And so I decided 2024, by then I'm starting to take solo trips because...
Oh, yes.
I take them for vacation, but I go and become their manager.
Yes.
Like Elvis, do this, do this. But I thank God now they're big. At least this holiday, they're independent.
Yeah.
I felt I really relaxed and it was a good time. So I was like, so I've been missing out. I thought I'm giving myself all, but kumbe, I've been oppressing myself without knowing.
Yeah.
So it is very paramount, and especially for us women. I know women, most of the time, tunakufia mambo ya nyumba. You come from work, you go. Homeworks, sasa kwanza CBC. You know how it's involving?
Oh, yes.
Like me, I don't know, my son has a project, the other one has a project, the other one needs to download, I don't know what. So I'm there. So men I don't feel like men are really affected by the things we go through as women, because sometimes you'll find men, they talk a job, they go to hang out with the boys. As we have to be, you are home.
Yes.
By the time 5 is clicking, I'm already thinking now I'm going to the mommy duties, So I think it is so paramount for women to understand it's okay to step back at times.
Yes.
We are not saying you miss on your duties, but it's okay to intentionally create time for yourself.
For yourself.
And that's why you see, I saw somebody I knew, the guy looks very well, he dresses very nicely. And when he got unwell, I went to see him in hospital. And somebody came in, and I'm thinking, this is the mother. Shock on me. Meet my wife.
What?
Because this lady, I don't want to say she was unkept, but she looked the way you were saying. It's not somebody who's looking after themselves. And I felt, and this guy looks very young. In fact, he looked very young. And I was asking myself, what is it? These people have money, these people. But as I was thinking through, I never got to the root cause of that, but I left there saying, I will never let myself go to that extent. So it is very paramount for us ladies to know self-care, self-love.
Oh my goodness.
Even
yeah.
if it means walking in the estate, that
Oh,
one does not
yes.
need money. Even if it
Yeah.
means you go,
Yeah.
you know, do your hair if you can, do massage. Like me, I love massage. I love going for my spa dates. I don't want to miss that. In fact, sometimes I'll skip paying Wi-Fi and go for my massage because that's so paramount for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to know that is very paramount. So I know there's somebody there wondering, why is why is my emotional well-being important? I mean, I'm just fine. Because if you're not intentional in knowing what you want, if you're not intentional of making yourself happy, then you'll just be there taking anything that you're given. So we could be having somebody asking, why is my emotional well-being important?
Very true. Emotional well-being or emotional wellness is important because you as an individual, you are important. And I think before I even go very far, you see, like in marriage, sometimes people feel they are waiting to get married to be happy. That is the biggest lie. It is the biggest lie because nobody can come to make you happy. So you have to be happy yourself, complete yourself before the other person comes. And so the importance is that once your emotional well-being is intact, in anything you're doing, be it your business, be it your marriage, parenting, you'll be able to give your all. You'll be able to give fully. You'll be able to add value. You'll be able to enjoy what you do without feeling like it's torture, if whatever you're doing, and by the way, interesting enough, even ministry, because we are not supposed to carry the weight of the whole world on our shoulders. That is the work of Jesus.
You can be Jesus.
Oh yes, you can't be Jesus. So whatever it is, wherever God has positioned you, you have to be sure that what I'm giving is enough. And for what I'm giving to be enough and to be of value, to be able to help somebody else, I have to take care of myself. Yeah, because you cannot be the one, even children are waiting for, to help them, and then you have stress, you carried stress from work, probably the relationship is not working, somebody conned you, somebody else has your money, they're not picking your calls, and I come and dump that on the children. No. You have to decide, by the time I'm getting home, office stress, I've left it there, I'll pick it in the morning. Yes, because you said emotional wellness is about to being able to handle life stress. Because by this, so long as we're under the sun, we will...
It's inevitable.
Oh yes, we will have stress, we will meet things, people will hurt us. But we have to know what you allow, to what extent you allow, so that again you are not worn out, you are not giving out your stress, passing on. We are told if we do not heal, we bleed on people that did not hurt us.
Absolutely.
And even our children nowadays, I don't know if you have encountered that. Sometimes if you spark and shout, they're like, Mom, you didn't have to shout.
That is my Eliana.
That's the generation of children we are raising. Yeah, so we are in a generation where you need to, according to their ages, there are those ones who will be beaten, there are those who will sit down and talk to them, and not shouting. Because we will wait for you to shout and tell you didn't have to shout. It makes you feel very funny. So, but you see, if you do not take care of yourself, you will shout. Because umetoka and stress your job, things are not working, or people are saying the taxes or the economy, you'll download on people that do not even understand. So it is important to take care of ourselves. It is important to know, even in a relationship, when it is time to say enough is enough. There's a time I went to work in different color of shoes. That is how far the stress levels had come.
Let me just laugh.
I had this very nice heel. I had a black pair and a brown pair. So I picked one black and one brown. This same girl did not have a mirror. One day she went to work with different color of shoes, and I did not notice. Then I used to live in Ruaka, and the office was at Kenyatta Avenue, Phoenix House. So I walked to the stage, went to Odeon, dropped, went to the office, and it is until when I'm in the meeting, I crossed my legs, I realized, hey.
No one told you?
No.
Or they thought it's fashion?
Maybe they thought it's fashion. No one told me. So I realized, my goodness, these shoes, you can imagine how I felt. As soon as the meeting ended,
You
I went
started
back
becoming
home.
uncomfortable.
Actually, yes, I went back home. So that is how much, you don't know when you're getting there.
So you were stressed.
Oh yes, I was.
It was not fashion.
I was, yes, I take this opportunity to clarify. That was not fashion. It is stress.
Yeah.
Emotional wellness is key, because by the time people are in Madare, or those are the mental institutions, it started slowly. By the way, nobody lands there in a day. It starts slowly. You're not taking care of yourself. You are not seeing anything good in you. You do not see any value in what people say or do. So by the time it's getting to different color of shoes, it started far. It started like for me.
And putting things inside out.
Yes, yes, by the way. By the time you're realizing the hem is outside.
Yeah.
Because you see, like now for me, I was in an emotionally abusive environment. So emotional abuse is not like, no abuse, I'm not advocating for any abuse.
Yeah.
But you see, a black eye can heal and you forget.
Yeah.
Emotional abuse drains you. It makes you feel you are not even important. You do not even exist. And you are just moving. You are living dead.
You're
You
just
died a long
existing.
time ago, but you are in the midst of
You're
people.
just existing.
Yeah. So if you have to pick all those pieces together and be very alert. Oh my goodness, to be emotionally stable and to practice emotional well-being, you must be alert. So that you know, by the time this thing is going like this,
You're
it's
able
not
to
going
pick
well. Oh yes,
things very
you
fast.
have to be alert to know when things are going out of check to be able to come back. Yeah. So you have to be very alert. And so also you are self-aware. Because, you know, by the time I'm reacting like this, things are not okay. Just like people who have diabetes, they have to keep checking their sugar levels.
Yeah.
So you know when the sugars are
keep
like
a
this.
track.
Yes, keep track. So you have to keep track of your emotions. By the time you're getting easily irritable, your patience levels are very low, something is off. If that's not how you have been, something is off. So it's time to check yourself and be able to come back.
I would like you to talk to our men. At least as women, we are outspoken. But we also need to recognize the fact that we have men who are also being abused in relationships, you know, at workplaces, and they just can't talk it out.
Wow. I think for the men, it's their upbringing and the societies where we are coming from. Men have been told to, men don't cry, men don't express emotions, men don't. So by the time a man is getting their wounds and they are injured, they need rescue in form of a community, and they also need to understand that it's okay. Imagine it's okay, and it's not weakness. Seeking help is not weakness. So a man is to be able to practice what we said, self-acceptance. No, here I need check. Here things are not going well. Then I seek help. Seeking help is not weakness. Get a community. Because men rarely
they have
talk.
community, but their community, they just do other things. They play golf.
Be
they
intentional.
Drink, they do what?
Yeah.
They fear. I don't know.
I think
fear
also
to
even
talk.
I think even the ego of a man. People cannot see things are not working.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But you see, that is why actually, was it last year or the other year? There's a time the suicide rates were higher for men. I think some places in Central or wherever. Yeah, I think Central, Nyandarua, some places. And
It's
it is
Kirinyaga.
because it's Kirinyaga.
I think it's Kirinyaga.
And it is because by the time a man is feeling at work, things are not working. I come home, my family is waiting for me. I have brought nothing. Today, Soko, nothing came out from the Soko. The economy, by the time a man is getting there, they have reached the end. They have been pushed to the wall. That is why we would want to encourage our men. It is not weakness. I think that's what I would say. It's not weakness to seek help. And it is good, it is okay not to be okay. And that is where now you also find someone you can talk to. Even if it's a fellow man, sometimes when you say counselor, psychologist, it sounds like things are serious. Yes. So find a safe space.
Yeah.
Find that even if it is in those there where they go to pass Masai, Kipita. You know, like for once, maybe for them they go to the club after work or whatever it is. But then when you're there,
just find a space.
By the way, find a space. Find a space. By the way, I've been like this. Then you might realize even the other person either has been there or is there currently experiencing the same thing, then now as you talk, you realize you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Because the moment you share, you realize that I am not the only one.
Yeah.
But there are people going through what I'm going through, sometimes even worse situations. And that is also the beginning of healing, because you feel you're not an isolated case. So yeah, our fellow men should find a safe space, know that it's okay not to be okay. And as much as we look up to them, you're not Superman. No,
You are not, by
you are
the way.
still flesh and blood.
Yeah.
You're not Superman. So if things do not work, please find yourself a place or someone you can talk to, you can trust. We say trust is key. Someone you can trust and talk to, get help. It's not weakness. Actually, it's in finding help that now you rise up and become stronger. It's in finding help that you'll be able to give the value that you should give.
It's being vulnerable in the right spaces
In the right places.
that you start healing.
That's it.
Wow, that is so beautiful. Maybe when I pick all this, I think what we are emphasizing is having a clear life balance.
Yes.
Well, emotional well-being is as a result of having a clear, well balance. Maybe you can give us your personal tips. What has worked for you to have a balanced life? Now that your hands are full, you're a mother, you're a coach, you're in the ministry, and especially I want you to talk to the people in the ministry. Sometimes you find those people lack balance. They give it their all in church and end up neglecting their families because work, church, instead of work, home, you do what? We need to strike a balance in whatever we do. So maybe you can tell us how we can strike balance and give us and share your tips as well. The practical ones.
Practical tips.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel what has worked for me is, I'm key on delegation. Oh my goodness, I am key on delegation. I always feel I can raise someone else to do what I can do. They may not do it the same way, but they'll do it in a way that will satisfy me.
Yeah.
And then also, this one is funny, and avoiding to be a perfectionist. People who are perfectionists most times will either delay to get things done or sometimes don't get things done. And you lack trust, because I feel if I'm not the one doing that thing,
It won't be done
yeah,
nicely.
it will not be done nicely. So sometimes you have to give yourself an allowance that things do not always have to go your way, and be okay with it. Otherwise you will get
Motherhood
done.
taught me that. Motherhood
it.
humbled me.
Oh yes.
Ho-ho.
Yes.
Well.
You cannot be there 100%, giving 100%. No, there's somebody else who can also help. So for me, that has worked. I'm also an ardent believer of taking time out. And you do not have to go to the Maldives immediately.
Yeah.
Oh yes. I may not even be going to Diani.
Yeah.
But sometimes the way you're saying, I can just say no to a few things, and I'm just in the comfort of my house. I have that side of me. I don't know that I'm introverted in that way. That me, I can even stay, I can lock myself in the bedroom the whole day and I'm okay. I'll just be taking my water. If I'm taking food, I'll take food. But I'm okay. I enjoy my space. There are people who are scared of their spaces.
That's me nowadays. And, people around me, or rather, I've been coming out as a very extroverted person. And in fact, I was telling one of my girls that I don't know whether it's life humbling me. I don't know whether it's intentionality, intentionality about me. I don't know what it is. But nowadays, I'm loving my space.
Oh, yes.
I'll walk into a hotel and have the best, the best dinner. I won't wait for company. There are times that I will intentionally also lock my bedroom. Yes. I'm in there. There are times I even put my phone on D&D.
Yes.
That is weird because I was that person, social media, nowadays, I'll find myself, I just want my space.
That's it.
Not even my children
and you
being
should
around
be
me.
intentional about it.
And I was trying to research, is it an ambivert or what are they called, those people? You get extroverted when you're with some people.
Yes.
There are times I'm around people that I feel I don't need to talk. I just want to be silent.
Yeah, so I also do that a lot. I enjoy my space a lot. Sometimes I just feel, you know what, I just want
Me
to
time.
be, me time. Me time is key. It helps you to recharge.
Yeah.
And then something else that works for me, I have a few, very few, like, you know, you always have that inner circle
Yeah.
that will know when I am not okay. By the way, here, there's a way I'm not feeling okay about this and this. Safe space. Have somewhere you can be yourself. By the time you have coached everybody in Nairobi and globally, by the time you have spoken on all the platforms, please, at the end of the day, have someone who can listen to you. And that also happens, as you said, for ministers. Sometimes ministers,
And even
you have
counselors.
forward, even counselors.
Because I tend to
Counselors need
think-
counselors, by the way.
I tend to think you guys, we come,
Pour out.
we pour out.
Yes.
After I'm done, another one comes
Oh,
in,
yes.
pours out. You can be
Counselors,
intoxicated.
oh yes, counselors also need counselors. Somebody that they can also talk to in their level. No, you cannot go down in their level. Or somebody who is higher.
Yeah.
You always need somebody who is higher than you that you can talk to, and you know, just share your own part, so that now you are free and able to listen to the next person.
Sure.
That is why you see even ministers. I'm there on the platform, on the pulpit, preaching day and night. After preaching, people are lining up to come and share maybe prayer items and all that. By the time I'm going home, you're tired.
You're drained.
You don't even have time for your own family. So even for ministers, there should be, you know what this pastor can do, counseling, this one can do marriage counseling, this one can do, this one, delegate. But the delegation works across the board. Yeah, and the successful delegation, which I have also learned from Reverend Julian, he says he delegates upwards. So you see the trust I was talking about.
Yeah.
By the time I'm delegating to people who I feel are even higher than me,
me.
more knowledgeable, things will work. You are just in here, I'm rolling.
Yeah.
But I have sought
Behind
help.
the scenes.
Yeah, there are people working behind the scenes
Yeah.
and making me look good and shine.
Yeah.
But it also requires a lot of security, and you will not do that if you're insecure. Oh my goodness, you need to be secure and trust that this person will deliver. Yeah, so that has worked for me. I'm a fan of and a keen, ardent believer of delegation, enjoying my safe space. Sometimes I'll just say, no, I cannot even attend this wedding because I'm just feeling worn out. And I don't have a problem with it, but I'll even send my gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, but probably you have been weddings after every weekend, you're always there. What time will I even take care of these children?
And also I've realized in these multitudes, there are a lot of bad energies sometimes.
That's it. And you will contact it.
Yeah, they're contagious.
Oh yes, and negativity is contagious. That bad energy is contagious. So also, once you're self-aware, you know what to allow in your space. Yeah, so that has worked for me as well. I know when to say no with a smile, and we move on.
Yeah.
Oh yes. And then also, of course, now when you're able to take even me, this year I had said I'll do a husband. I know my husband will watch this. This year I had said that
A solo trip.
I need a solo trip. I just need
It
to
is
be
important.
Oh my, you need it. And because I love traveling. For me, the beach is therapeutic.
Me
I don't
and
mind
you
going to
both.
Diani and being on the beach myself. I'll be okay. By the way, I'll be fine. I remember during COVID, the time we went to the children to the coast. And believe it or not, for a week, we did not leave the hotel. Okay, the hotel had a lot of activities for them. They were okay. They would do swimming, they had games, I never left. After breakfast, you guys are okay, you have fed. I just needed to rest. I slept that week. I think I slept for the whole of the COVID pressure. Oh, yes. And by the time we came back, I was energetic to continue.
You are really energized.
So know what works for you. Know what is within your space. Know what is within your reach, what you can access. And then go all out. At the end of the day, even for ministers, the anointing needs a body.
True.
You will not be anointed to be powerful for the nations when you are lying on a sick bed.
Yeah.
So you need to take care of yourself. And of course, eat well, eat healthy. Yes. That one God is still helping me.
Wow. Healthy eating.
Yes.
I'm also actually very intentional with fasting. Despite it being, having a, coming out as a sacrifice when you're doing prayers, it is also very paramount in our health.
It is.
So
It helps in detox.
I just started following somebody, a health coach, and he said the last meal should be at 6 p.m. And the first one should be after 10. So believe you me, I've not taken anything. At least I'm trying for the morning one. For the 6 p.m. one, I'm pushing it to 7 when I'm home.
Which is also
But
okay.
for the morning one, at least I'm doing good. Yeah. So yeah, that is very profound. We are very happy having you. And on a light note, you're grateful you didn't tell us no. You know, you didn't. you found it worth to come and share with us, to come and be vulnerable. You know, to come and we are so inspired. We've learned. I tell my viewers this is a safe space where we learn and relearn.
Oh, yeah.
And today, if they have not learned, they have not, you know, and they are not intentional, by the way, because you've really given us a lot. So beside that, we know you run programs. You're an author, you run programs. So maybe you can also take a minute to tell our viewers if you are, you are having coming programs and how they can join, you know, how they can follow you on your social media, where they can find you. I think that is also paramount.
Okay. Yeah, so I run programs. I do emotional wellness as a program for 8 to 12 weeks, depending on the client. And I also do self-awareness coaching. The difference with the two is that emotional well-being is purely emotions. Self-awareness is being aware of myself, my integrity, my behavior, my emotions are also there, you know. And sometimes you'll find that after the journeys of life, you can be thrown off balance until you don't know where you are anymore. So that's what self-awareness does. And I also said, being a silver mom for long, I have a huge passion for working with silver moms to encourage them that you can rise up from the identity, the stigma, and all that. And the best success, the best answer to all those things, stigma and all that, is success. Do well. By that, and you can only do well when you are healed and whole. You'll be able to do well and also pour out into your children. So I run those 3 programs: emotional wellness coaching, self-awareness, and also that one for silver moms. It's like a mentorship program. Yeah. So I am on Facebook as Sue Kibe. I am on IG as Sue Kibe as well. Then I will share my website and YouTube channel with you, and then it can run. And then also my book is available at Nuria Bookstore at the Bazaar on the 11th floor, and at Aptas Logistics on Uniafric House at Koinangelin on 2nd floor. I will also share the contact so you can get the book. Initially it was at 1,500, but now I'm giving it at 1,000 shillings, because especially in this month, people are talking a lot about love and love and emotions. Yeah. So because of my love, I'm showing you my love. I don't want somebody else to be in a counterfeit marriage. I don't want somebody else to go into partying and those serious things because of identity crisis emotionally. That is why I said I'm a student of authenticity. This book is as authentic and as vulnerable as it can be, so that my reader will receive healing and that my reader will be encouraged. That is not the end. So because the story did not end here, I was gracefully broken, but it did not end there. My final chapter is called My Garment of Praise. The Garment of Praise is my restoration story. How I now met my husband and got married. What I was looking for in the counterfeit marriage. By the way, I knew I really wanted to get married. Because, you know, the way I was raised, I knew this come we stay. Mine was an entanglement. This entanglement is even dishonoring my parents. So I was really pushing. Hey, lakini Mungu ni nani? He did not allow it to happen.
What are the difference? What is the difference?
Situationships, you came together because of a situation. Entanglement nijipata tu.
Which is better?
None is better. My goodness. None is better. Just go it the right way.
Yeah.
After we are healed and we are whole. And so that you're not bleeding on each other and hurting each other. Because the wounds will be forever. And when it's in marriage and relationship, we bring them to our children. So let's please do it the right way.
Wow.
Yeah, so if I got stuck there, I wouldn't have the garment of praise. So now I'm happily married. Not for long. I think this is our 2nd year. My goodness. Yeah, but God has been faithful.
And you're glowing, Mama.
Ni neema, si limara. I thank God.
I
So it's
know.
so good to be here. I've enjoyed myself. And I'm grateful even for the opportunity to share and be a blessing to someone, because that's the reason why I'm still here. Because I would have chosen to keep quiet and feel, oh no, my life, no,
or
no, no,
be
no.
elsewhere.
But the reason why I woke up on that morning and I was able to dust myself in is because another girl will be encouraged.
Absolutely.
Because imagine all this beauty and all I have gone through. What is that situation? Even you will rise up in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Yeah.
Wow. Yani, I'm so happy to have you here. You are such a powerhouse, full of inspiration. I can, you know, I'm even feeling bad you had to keep some of these stories that you had to. I'm hearing them for the first time as well, and I'm like, I cannot relate them with you. So thank you very much for choosing to be here with us. Thank you for choosing to inspire us, for choosing to be vulnerable in this space. I'm sure all of us will be encouraged, will be inspired, and I hope our viewers will also consider to plug in your programs. I know I've shared your wisdom, and you taught me something. I know I'm always a grateful soul, but you taught me to have a gratitude jar.
Oh,
Do you know we have a gratitude jar?
Oh my goodness.
All of us, from my daughter to myself, we
Yeah.
put them there every day, and we open them on Sunday
Wow.
to see what we were grateful for
Oh,
that
I'm
week.
happy.
So we have
So
that
good to
gratitude.
hear
We
that.
also have another one, which is smaller, of our setbacks.
Wow, that's new.
And this is one, I introduced that one. No, I was like, no, if they can tell me what made them happy,
Yes.
I also want to know what
To
made
know.
them sad.
That's it.
You know, it's a way of bringing them close and also knowing what they're going through. And so what I do, of course, I don't burden them with mine. I'll put to light things because they cannot process everything. What I do mostly, I want to know what is going on with their life. So sometimes when we write, I was punished, I didn't do my homework, I misplaced my diary.
And do you know what
And
you're
I'm
also
able to
doing?
guide them.
There's something you're doing without your knowledge to those children. That is also part of self-awareness. Self-awareness helps you to understand what makes me happy, what makes me sad. I am very happy when I do this or when this happens.
Absolutely.
I am upset when this happens. So you will be so in touch with your emotions.
Yes,
Imagine
and-
from a tender age.
And also I'm teaching them,
beautiful.
it's okay for people
That's
to tell you no.
beautiful. Oh, yes.
Because especially for my first one, he's those guys you will not tell no.
Oh, it
Because if you
crushes
tell
them.
him no,
Yeah.
he snaps.
Yeah.
So I've been slowly teaching him it's okay
It's
to be
okay.
told
Yeah.
no. It's okay for your expectation to be disappointed.
Yes.
So I also intentionally tell him
That's
no
it.
because I
Yeah.
want him to learn. You know, I want him to know it is okay. So this wisdom I've tapped from you.
Oh, I'm humbled.
So I know it is not in vain we crossed path, and now we are here inspiring, you know, even a larger number of people.
Oh, yes.
And I'm hoping they look forward to plug in, you know, into your programs as well as follow you. You always ooze wisdom, your posts. I follow you so closely. I know you know that.
Yes.
So I never want to miss that. So we are so happy to have you.
Thank you.
So we wish you well, even as you, any program upcoming or you.
The coaching is ongoing.
Okay.
You see now it's as an individual request.
Yeah.
So those are ongoing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I do maybe monthly is a Silver Moms mentorship.
Mom.
And we just had one. Actually, our first one is tomorrow. We're supposed to have it on Sunday, so it will be happening tomorrow.
Oh, it's starting tomorrow.
But that one is virtual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can
so
you
now
still
once we
plug
do
in?
the virtual, oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Charges? Are there any charges?
That one is 500 bob
Per day
for the
or
session.
For the session.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you see, they are not frequent. People's challenges are different.
Okay.
So, but if you do that one, and probably somebody needs more, probably I have a challenge with my emotions or whatnot, we're able to narrow down. But this is just general, like now for tomorrow being the first one for the year, we are doing goal setting. You know, we are very fast to set our own goals,
Yeah.
but we forget our children.
Yeah.
So I just want to share how we can share our goals,
And
set our
incorporate
goals,
everybody.
incorporate even our children, help them to start seeing how to visualize what they want and work towards it from a tender age. So that we just get off all these things of now I'm parenting alone, there's more to life than just that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So tomorrow Sunday we'll be having our first one on it's virtual. It's on Google Meet.
Okay. Okay.
So we
Thank
can
you
share
very
that as
much.
well. Yeah.
We are very happy, and once again, our viewers, we ask you to subscribe if you've not subscribed, to watch, to like, to share the link, and above all, to leave us your thoughts on the comment section. It was nice having you, Susan.
Thank
and
you.
we are looking forward for many, many more sessions.
yes.
We are not letting you go. And please don't be telling us. Leave a room for us to push you a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. So guys, till next time. Bye.